guys, welcome back to some more Halloween makeup. Today I'm bringing you this creepy carved up clown look. I really love the way this makeup came out, and if you'd like to see how I did it, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off with a clean face and this super cute silver wig that Elf Wigs sent me. I'll have the link to the specific wig I'm wearing in the description below. For foundation, I'm taking my Holy Grail LA Girl White foundation all over my face with a damp beauty blender. I usually use this to mix in with other foundations to lighten them up, but this also works as a good all over color if you're going for a super fair complexion. I didn't want to do white face paint for this look, but I mean, really, what's new? If you've watched any of my other makeup tutorials, you probably know that I don't really care for Halloween store face paint. It just makes my skin feel weird and heavy, and even though this is a clown inspired look, I really just couldn't do it. So once my face is blended out, I'm setting that with my NYX HD setting powder. This stuff seriously makes my face feel so soft and nice. For brows, I'm doing a faux bleached brow, and if you watched my Glam Pennywise tutorial, you've already seen how I do this, but for any of you that didn't watch that one, which first off, how dare you, and what the heck are you doing with your life, go watch that after this one, it's great. But to do this brow look, it's actually super simple. I took some of my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade L3 Warm on a clean spoolie and brushed that through my brows, making sure to coat them completely. I then added some white foundation over top to lighten it and blended that out. Then just clean up the edges and your brows are looking bleached. For the eyes, I'm going to be using my Modern Renaissance palette, aka the greatest makeup purchase I have ever made. So I'm going in first with the shade Bon Fresco and putting that all over my eye, but mainly in my crease as a transition shade. I'm then taking the shade Red Ochre on the same brush and putting that in my crease as well as my outer corner and blending that out. I'm also putting that underneath my eye as well. Taking a large fluffy brush with some more Red Ochre on it, I'm blending that into my crease as well as down the bridge of my nose. I'm making sure to avoid the inner corner of my eyes though, because I'm basically going to be doing a dramatic half cut crease. I'm also taking that color in a triangle shape above and below my eye to start getting the basic idea for where I want the cuts to go. Then using some eyeshadow primer, I'm carving out the front half of the crease using a large pencil brush with no product on it to sharpen the lines as well as blend the edges of the primer in with the shadow on my outer corner. Then with a small flat brush, I'm packing the shade Vermeer onto the inner corner. Going back in with that large fluffy brush, I'm just blending the edges of that shimmer shade in with the red. For the triangle cuts around my eyes, I'm going in with liquid latex on a Q-tip and laying that down in the shape that I want the cuts to be. Laying down the eyeshadow first makes this a lot easier because I already have a general idea of the shape that I want. So once that first layer of liquid latex is dry, I laid down a second layer, this time putting ripped up pieces of toilet paper over top, then coating that with another layer of latex just to seal that down. I repeated that on both sides, and while I was waiting for that to dry, I moved on to my mouth. Using my NYX red liner in the shade Oxblood, I'm mapping out the shape that I want and then doing all of the same steps that I did with my eyes. First going in with latex, then toilet paper, then latex again. And it's really your choice as far as how much you build this up and how many layers you put. I just do about 2 layers, but if you wanted to do more, you're more than welcome to. Once I had all the pieces down and they were dry, I just went back in and stippled latex all over the edges to blend them into my skin better. I started using my fingers to pull at the inside of the latex on each cut. I'm also ripping parts of the latex just to give it some more texture. For painting it, I'm doing all of it the same way, going in first with a light red cream paint and stippling that all over the edges to create irritation around the wound. I'm keeping that most saturated towards the inside of the wound and stippling it out at the edges. I use a mix of that stippling motion with a brush and blending it out with my finger to get the edges blended the way I like. Then taking my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood, I'm putting that on the inside of the cuts and blending that out with the same large pencil brush. I also took the remaining product and made lines coming off of my mouth just to give the look some extra spooky points. As if it really even needed that though. With my NYX Jumbo pencil in the shade Black Bean, I'm just adding that to the center of all the wounds and blending that out as well. Now for the best part of the look, the fake blood. I'm adding some gel blood that I got from the Halloween store to all of the insides of the wounds. This is really the step that ties looks like this together, and I just love it. Is that weird that I kind of love being covered in fake blood? Maybe, but that's irrelevant. Once I was nice and bloody, I went back in with my red eyeliner and made some dots on one side of my mouth and one side of my eye to mark where the stitches were going to go. I added a layer of Prozade to the dots, then stuck on pieces of thick string that I had cut off camera. I then added a bit of Prozade on the string and my face, again just to kind of seal that in and make sure it was going to stick. I love the way this turned out, and it's funny because at first I was just going to have my whole mouth stitched up, but I actually opted for this more asymmetrical look and I'm really digging it. Then I just added a little bit of red eyeshadow to the tip of my nose, pop in some SFX contacts, and put on your mascara. then you're done. Both of the SFX contacts that I'm wearing are from Camo Eyes. They were nice enough to send me a bunch of pairs of contacts for Halloween looks, so if you want to check out the specific pairs that I'm wearing, I'll have those linked in the description below. I also just want to say a huge thank you to my A+ boyfriend, Clinton Golden. He filmed this intro for me and also let me use his original music in the intro, which he actually does for a lot of my videos, so he is super talented. It would be really awesome if you guys could take a minute and go check out some of his social media. I'll have all of his links in the description below. He does a lot of really cool stuff, so I would say you should definitely follow him. So if you guys liked this creepy clown, then definitely click that thumbs up button if you want, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more of the Halloween looks that I have coming out this month, as well as just, like the other garbage content I create. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay spooky. I love you guys. Bye.